Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Trust you're doing good. Sincerely apologize for starting late. I'm so sorry about that. It was due to certain things beyond our control. But yeah, the good thing is, yeah, we're here and we're starting. Okay, so this is the money game show, and this is a show where we teach you how to make money. Exactly, just like the name, the money game show. We're all about helping you make more money from the comfort of your home. That is what we are about. Yes, and this is our 36th episode, which means we have had 35 other episodes before now. Among those episodes, we have had content creation, ghostwriting, script writing, Google Ads, a whole lot. Smartphone graphic design, video editing, social media management, designing a landing page, a whole lot. I mean, that's 35 episodes before now. So yes, you want to go back and watch those other ones. Okay, if you're interested in that. And to do that, you just go to this, as you have on this YouTube channel now, just look for a section that says LIVE, live. Yes, click on it and you'll be able to access all the previous episodes before now. Binge watch them as many. Yeah, we've had copywriting too. Yeah, just to mention that. So yes, go back and watch them as many times as you want. Okay, thank you. Yes, and for what we're here for today, we are going to be learning about how to create the simple formula to create ads that convert. Yes, that's what we're going to be learning today. And to take us further, we have our guest speaker, Victor Bassi, who will be teaching us on that. Hi Victor, are you there? All right, over to you, please. You can go ahead. You are muted.
Can you hear me now?
All right. Yes, I can hear you.
All right, amazing. So if you can hear me and you're live on this call, let me see fire emojis in the chat. Let me see fire emojis in the chat. I want to see fire emojis if you are here on this call and you can hear me. I want to see fire emojis. I'm checking now. Checking. Let me see fire emojis. I want to confirm that you can hear me. Not just the host, but all the attendees can also hear me. All right. If you can hear me, go to the chat and drop a fire emoji. Let me confirm that you can hear me. Amazing. I can see Olivia. Okay, if you are still here, if you can hear me, drop a fire emoji. I'm checking now. I'm checking on my other device. Amazing. So that means you can hear me. Good evening, great entrepreneurs. I am glad to be in your midst this evening to talk about the simple formula for running high converting ads. But first of all, who am I and why should you even listen to me, right? Why should you not go and sleep or do something else? Why should you be on this call right now listening to me? Or if you are watching the recording, why should you go ahead and watch the recording to the end? My name is Victor Bassi, popularly known as the Emperor of Arts. Now you might want to ask, why am I called this? That's because of the kind of results I have gotten in the Facebook and Instagram advertising space, working with well over 200 clients to get massive results in the affiliate marketing space and beyond. So it's fair to say that I know my audience when it comes to running ads that actually convert. But the truth about the matter is we have a lot of people that run ads. If you go on Facebook Ads Library, you will know that a lot of people are running ads. But the truth is, not everyone is running converting ads. So there's a difference between running ads and running converting ads. You can be running ads, but your ads are not converting. And that is not what you want because
Hello guys, so sorry about that. It is network. This African network. It will be back shortly, please.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think your mic is
Yes,
muted.
yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, so sorry about that. A call came into it, kind of like disrupted my network, and I went blank. All right. So as I said, a lot of people run ads, but not everyone runs converting ads. So if you want to make money as an affiliate, you want to make money as a business owner, and then you're looking at advertising, then of course you need to run ads that actually convert so that you get back your investment and profit. If you are spending money and you're not getting it back, trust me, you will not spend again, right? If you spend 100k, 200k, 500k on ads, and as you keep on spending, you're not getting anything from it. No matter how resilient you are, it will come. You will get to your breaking point. Everybody have their breaking points. Some breaking points for others are just higher than the rest, right? So you want to be able to run ads that convert, but then let's break this down. What does it mean to have an ad that converts, or what do we define high converting ads as? Now, when you are running ads, there are different objectives that you can run ads on. There is traffic, there is engagement, there is leads, there is sales, there is awareness. I think there is app installs also. So depending on any of the objectives that you are running your ad on, a converting ad is an ad that helps you get the kind of result you are looking for. So assuming you're running an engagement ad and you want to get, let's say, 1,000 followers on your page. Now, a converting ad is an ad that helps you get 1,000 followers without spending too much, because you want to get as much result as possible for as less money as possible. That's the truth about advertising. No one wants to be the one that spends the most. No, everybody's looking to be that person that spends the least and gets the most results. That's why we are always obsessed with low CPL. That's why we are always obsessed with low cost per result, because we want to spend small money and still get a massive return on investment. So a converting ad is an ad that helps you achieve your objective with minimal budget spent. So as an affiliate, most of the time you are going to be running lead generation adverts. So I'm going to be focusing mostly on this particular objective. I'm not going to talk about the engagement. I'm not going to talk about sales, traffic, and the rest. Most of the persons here, Digitstem is one of the biggest affiliate platform in Africa. So I believe that the people here to watch this, most of the audience are going to be affiliate marketers. As an affiliate, you know that lead generation is essential to your success. So for you to be able to make as many sales as possible, you want to be able to generate as many leads as possible. We all know the adage, more leads, more sales. So for you to be able to get as many leads as possible by spending the least money as possible, that is what helps you get a high converting ad. And conversion is defined differently for different persons, right? For some persons, if they get 1,000 leads and they close 20 sales from it, they are okay. There are some persons that if they get 1,000 sales and they don't close up to 50 sales, it's like that ad did not convert for them. So what determines the conversion of an ad is not how many leads you got from it or how many sales you were able to close from it, but how much you made from the ad. Let me say that again. What determines the conversion of your ad is not how much you made from the ad. That's not it. Sorry, it's not how many leads you generated from the ad. It's not how many sales you closed from the ad, but it is how much you made from the ad. I'll simplify it for you. Let's assume we have two affiliates. Affiliate A is selling a product that is 20,000 naira. Let's say the UMM cost. I don't know the price now. I know it used to be 20,000 back then. I don't know if it has changed. And then the person is getting 10,000 naira commission. And affiliate B is selling a 10,000 naira product and will get a 5,000 naira commission. Now, both of them can spend the same money on ad. Let's say both of them get the same number of leads and make the same number of sales. However, affiliate A makes more money. Why? Because his commission is 10K. So let's assume he made just 10 sales. That's 100K. If affiliate B made that same number of 10 sales and made 10 the same. Please, can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, please. We can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. I don't know. This more time I want to spend on this session. All the people that want to call me still want to call me this very moment. All right. So, like I was saying, affiliate A is going to say that that ad is converting for him. Let's assume both of them spent 50K on ad. Yes. Let's assume both of them spent 50K on ad. Both of them got, let's say, 500 leads. Both of them spent 50K on ads. Both of them got 500 leads. Both of them posted classes, and both of them made 10 sales from that class. Affiliate A with a commission of 10,000, affiliate B with a commission of 5,000. Now, the ad is profitable for affiliate A, but it's not profitable for affiliate B. Affiliate A just made 100,000. So if he takes out the amount he spent on at 50K, he still has 50K for himself. That's profit. Affiliate B spent 50K on ad, but now we just made 50K. So there is no profit. He did not lose, but there is no profit in it for him. So you understand now when I say that a converting ad is not determined by the number of leads, it's not determined by the number of sales, but with how much you make from it. So instead of trying to track how many leads you are getting or track how many sales you are making, you need to have a calculation that you can work with. How much do I make per sale? Have this at the back of your mind. How much do I make per sale? Okay, do I make 7,500 per sale? Do I make 10,000 per sale? Do I make 20,000 per sale? I'm not talking about the revenue. I mean, after you've gotten your commission, right? Even if the prospect is to pay 20K, if your commission is 50%, you get 50%, right? So I'm talking strictly based on your commission. Amazing. So you know that, okay, this is how much I make per sale. So if I'm spending 50,000 naira on ad, I need to make 5 sales for me to get back my capital. Then anything else apart from that is profit. So now you are now measuring based on how much you make from the ad, not based on how many sales you make, right? A lot of people don't think this way, or a lot of affiliates specifically don't think this way. That is why at the end of the day, they run ads, but they are not seeing profit. Most of them are just chasing sales challenge. They'll win the sales challenge, but they have not made any money. All right. Yes, they are making sales, but they're not making profit. Do you want to make sales or do you want to make profit? These are two very different things. Trust me, you can be making sales consistently, but you are not making profit. You spend 50K on ad, make sales of 50K, carry the 50K, put back on ads. You keep on making sales. Maybe sometimes you make 60K, so you just make 10,000 on top, carry buy data, sustain yourself. Is that really what you want to do as an affiliate? But if that is what you are doing, let me tell you what you don't know. You are just hustling money for the cost vendor. You are not making any money for yourself. The amount you spend on ad, you just make that one back, and then, the 50% has gone to the cost vendor. He has gotten his own, but you are not making profit. You are just making sales. So you need to understand that there is difference between sales and profit. So if you want to run ads that convert, you should wire your mind towards making profit, not just making sales. Now, once you've understood this, now you have your equation. You know that, okay, if I'm to spend 50K on ads, and then my commission is 10,000. If I have 5 sales, I've gotten my money back. So anything aside that is profit for me. Now, once you've gotten that, the next calculation you need to do is to say, now, how much ROI do I want? Do I want 2x? Do I want 3x? Do I want 4x? What that simply means is you want to make times 2 of the money you put. You want to make times 3 of the money you put. So let's say you spend 50K on ads. If you make 100K, that's 2x. You make times 2 of the money you put. If you make 150K from that 50,000 ads, that's 3x. If you make 200K, that's 4x. So now you want to know, okay, this is my target. Most people run ads without target. That is why they don't get converting campaigns. It is just like a ship that sets off, without any direction in mind. They don't know where they are going. The captain just says, "Screw yeah, let's enter, let's go." Everybody just enter the ship. They start the steering, they remove the anchor, it starts moving on the ocean with no clear direction on where they are going. What do you think will happen to such ship? It will sink. After some time, after they have wandered on the water for some time, maybe exhausted all their food, all their resources, right? Maybe their fuel can even get finished, because if they don't have a direction, that means they're not going to any harbor nearby to refuel. So once their fuel finish and they're in the middle of the ocean, they will just sink. And that's what's happening with your business, because you don't have a target. So when you have done this, your calculation, you need to have a target. Okay, I want to make times 3 of any amount I spent on ad. This is my target. You now know that this is what I'm working with. If I'm spending 50,000, I must make 150,000. So if I don't make 150,000, that simply means that ad did not convert for me. Are you getting something? If you know your numbers. The reason I'm saying this is because I want you to understand that converting ad is not like there is no single ad you can say this is converting ad, this is not converting ad. No, it is based on your own personal goals, your own objectives, what you are trying to achieve. And define converting ad as what? As an ad that helps you to achieve your objective with minimum budget spent. So you want to say, okay, my target is 150K from every 50K I spend. Amazing. So if I make 150K from this 50K ad, that ad is converting. Anything below that is not converting. Now, if I now make 200K or 250K from that 50K ad, that ad is high converting. And that's where you now got a topic. Simple formula for running high converting ads. So my aim is to show you what you are supposed to do so that you can exceed your expectation. Your expectation is 150K from 50K, but you end up making 300K. That is a high converting ad. How can you run this kind of ad? That's what I want to share with you very quickly. So before we move forward, I want you to take some time, maybe jot down some notes, so that after this session, you can sit down and calculate. First of all, what do you need to calculate? What is your target number of sales that you need to make for you to get the amount you need to make? That has to do with your commission. Is it 10,000? Okay. So that means for me to make, let's say, for me to make 100K, I need 10 sales. You write it down. So you know that for each of this amount I spend, this is the target number of sales I'm looking for. And then you now, write down your ROI that you want. How many X ROI? Is it 2X, 3X? Please try to be as realistic as possible. You can start small and scale. 2x is not bad. You spend 50k, you get 100k, it's not bad, right? If you do that consistently, 500k, you get 1 million. You put 1 million, you get 2 million. It's not bad. 2x is very, very okay. You can start from there and scale. The problem I have with most beginner affiliates is you want to spend 10,000 and make 100,000. Okay, calm down. You want to spend 10,000 and make 100,000. See, this is not Ponzi scheme. You are coming here with a Ponzi scheme mentality, Ponzi scheme mindset. You want to give very small and collect very big. You see, you keep on bashing those people that are doing 2k for 500k, but that's exactly what you want to do. You want to spend 10k and collect 100k. It doesn't work that way. Calm down. You will get to that stage. There's a point where you get to, you built your influence, you have had a lot of audience that you can be getting 10x from your art. But as a beginner, start with 2x. In fact, sometimes you will not even get to 2x. You spend 50k, make 80k. It's okay. You are just starting. You are still trying to build up. What you don't understand is, any money spent on advertising is not wasted, because those leads that are coming, most of them will not buy immediately. But as you keep on following them up, right, eventually they will buy. So later on, leads that you generated since January, they are now buying in October. So it will now increase your ROI for October. Meanwhile, the people that I even buy are not even the people you generated that October. So stop looking for a big ROI with small money when you are just starting out. Okay, good. Once you have written this down now, let's go into the main things that you need to actually have this converting ad. Number one, with your book and pen, write it down. The first thing that you need to run a converting ad is to have a clear knowledge of who you are selling to. That's to say, you should have a clear knowledge of your target audience. Have a clear knowledge of your target audience. You are running adverts to people. You're not running into ghosts, you're not running into bots, you're not running into AI, you're not running into algorithm. You are running the ad so that people will see it, people will click on it, come to your DM, and you will sell to them. They will pay you money. So you need to understand who are the kind of persons that need what I have to sell. That's one. And then who are the kind of persons that can afford what I have to sell. Most people get the first one right, they don't get the second one right. A lot of persons know who wants what they have to sell, but they don't know who can afford it. That's why you are saying, are you a student between the age of 18 to 35 and you are selling a course of 25k? Where do you expect a student of 18 years to get 25k from, if not to steal? You are sending, most of us, we are sending, people to go and do bad things in order for them to be able to afford what we are selling, because we are trying to sell to the wrong audience. So first of all, have a clear knowledge of who your target audience is. How old are they, their demographics? You need to know the age range, right? Depending on the price of the course you are selling. Now, if you are selling a 10k course, okay, an 18-year-old maybe can afford that. If you are selling a 15k, you need to start moving to 20 years. If you are selling to 20, from 25k, start thinking of 23, 25 years. There are different stages. Don't try to sell, even though they might need it. Yes, they want it, right? But then they cannot afford it. Maybe if they try to save up, they will later buy it. But if you are not the kind of person that you want to wait for somebody to save up 4 months, 5 months before you can finally buy your product, then it makes sense to just target who can buy in the next 1 week, in the next 2 weeks, if it's too long, in the next 1 month. Me, I'm not a fan of, I love nurturing. Yes, I love nurturing, but I don't want to nurture you for 1 year before you buy. No. Why should I nurture you for 1 year before you buy when there are people that are ready to buy now? I would rather go for the people that will buy now rather than pick somebody and nurture him. Yeah? It's just like you have a company now. Instead of employing somebody that can do the job, you now pick any random person and train him for 1 year to come and do the job. No, that's unnecessary stress. So you just, that's why they hold interviews. That's why they don't employ anyhow. They hold interviews so that they can get the right audience, the right worker that can fit in that role and perform excellently. Same thing happens in selling. So you need the right people that can easily afford what you have to sell, not people that you will follow up for 2 years and there's still the possibility that they will never buy. Right? So you need to define your audience. Know how old are they? What's their age range? That's one. 100 decision away. Okay. Can you hear me?
This one I can hear you. Okay, let's continue.
It's not network. People just keep calling me. And once they call me,
No problem. This one we can hear
they
you.
always disrupt. Okay. So yes, once you've understood how old they are, you want to determine the gender. Is it male, is it female, or is it both of them? Right? I have a lot of clients that I've worked with in the past that they only sell to women. In fact, not just any kind of women, they only sell to stay-at-home moms. These are the people that they sell to primarily. They don't want students, they don't want any other demographic of people. They just want to focus on stay-at-home moms. Now, what makes this very effective is because when you focus on one set of persons, you are able to communicate with them more. You're able to tailor whatever you are saying to their specific pain point. So your messaging becomes more magnetic. I was with a friend earlier today, and then she was feeling hungry. So when somebody just asked her, "Are you hungry?" The speech she used to respond, I was like, "Hi, this is the same thing that happens in sales." So when you are talking to directly to people's pain points, the speed that they will use to respond is different from if you say something that doesn't really affect them that much. So that is what knowing exactly who you are targeting does for you, so that you are able to communicate effectively to exactly what is disturbing them or whatever is their problem. Okay, so those things. Now you've identified the people you want to focus on. Also, write down the things, their pain point. Write it down. You need to have in mind what exactly is their problem. What is that thing that is affecting them? I need to understand that for every audience persona, their problems are different. Even if the solution is one, the problem is different. I'll give you an example. You sell affiliate marketing, that means you are practically selling financial freedom or teaching people how to make money online. Now, it's still the same financial freedom, it's still the same making money online. But then for students, their problem is they are tired of depending on their parents. They're tired of always running back to their parents for bills. They're tired of begging their friends for them to keep. They want to have their own side hustle and they want to make money. That's their own pain point. That's their own problem. If you look at stay-at-home moms, the problem is different. They're not depending on parents. So if you use depending on parents in your ad copy or in your ad messaging, it will not interest them, concern them. But their own now is they are tired of depending on their husbands. They want to assist their husband. They don't want to be a burden to their family. They want to support their family. They don't want to be useless, just there in their house, eating food, doing nothing. They want to feel useful to the house, to contribute. Even though their husbands are winning bread, they want to assist and bring even if sakara. As the husband is bringing bread, then they will bring akara. Medicine balance, you understand? So that's their own pain point. It's different. If you look at core members, let's say you want to target NYC core members, their own pain point is different. They are tired of, they are allowing they reach them anything. Small time now, they will soon finish NYC. There's a lot of pressure on them to perform. Their parents, everybody will start billing them. So they need something, they need income, stable source of income, so that when that time comes, they can provide for all their loved ones and they can start building their lives. So all of them, you are still selling them one product, but their pain points are different. So understanding who exactly you want to talk to will make you know which messaging to use on your ad. You now know, okay, what should I put in my ad copy? What should I put on my flyer? What should I put in my video? It is determined by who you are targeting. So if you are trying to target all of them, you mess up. You not know what you are doing. You struggle to make sales. The problem with most affiliates is you want to sell to everybody. It's not possible. You cannot sell to students, NYC corpers, undergraduates, stay-at-home moms, unemployed people, 9 to 5 workers. Only you are selling to all of them. Papa, calm down. Focus on a segment. That makes it easier for you to sell because now you are able to communicate those people's pain points. You constantly hit on it, and they always this thing is really affecting me. They will answer. If you are hungry now and I ask you, are you hungry? The speed you use and answer me, yes, I'm hungry, because you feel like I'm going to give you food. But if you are not hungry and I ask you, are you hungry? If you just shake head, if you do form skills for me, you get, because the problem, it's not really a problem like that to you. So when you will know who you are targeting, you can become more magnetic with your words. Okay, so that's one. Understand your target audience. Number two, make a very powerful first impression. Write it down. Make a very powerful first impression. Now, your advert is the first point of contact your customer is going to have with you. Most people that will buy from you are strangers. They're not your family members, they're not your friends. These people don't know you from Adam. They're just meeting you for the first time. So you have one chance to make a very good, strong first impression. If you just mess up that first chance, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell to them later. They just came across your ad on Facebook, they just came across your ad on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're running your ad. That's the first time they're coming in contact with your brand. You are not Coca-Cola. You are not Amazon. You are not Apple. You are not well known. You are you. You are trying to sell a product, right? So they are meeting you for the first time. They are strangers. So you need to give them a very strong first impression. First of all, you are selling financial freedom. Don't forget. You are selling financial freedom. So you need to look like someone who has that financial freedom. You cannot be selling financial freedom and you are looking like you are struggling to survive. We will not buy. We will not even click on your ad. You say you want to teach me how to make money online. And then your profile picture is looking like the one they snap with. You know those techno button phones of 2013? You know how the picture used to be. And your picture is looking like that. The picture is looking like you beg somebody, please just snap me. Just anyhow, just snap. No. All these things matter. So you need to optimize your profile, the page you are using to run your ad. You need to optimize the profile. Arrange the bio very well. Write something very nice. That's not the place for you to start telling us your hobbies. It's not there. We are not interested. You are in business right now. You are doing business. It's not the place to tell us fine boy will love Jesus or fine girl will love Jesus. No, that's not important. We are not interested. We are coming to meet you for the first time. We are seeing you as a coach. You need to position very well as a coach. If you're doing a video to run your ad, at least make use of a nice background. If you don't have somewhere, maybe your house is not very sharp like that, you can go outside, go to a restaurant, you go to a bar. Most of the time, all you need to buy is a bottle of water. You just sit down, shoot your video, and you're good to go. In fact, you don't even need video. You don't even need to shoot your own video before you can run ads. I've been running ads for the past 18 months without having to shoot a personal video of mine, right? There are ways you can get ad creative, especially for affiliate marketing, without having to show your face. But when you're even picking those videos, make sure you pick a video that depicts truly what you are all about. You are teaching people how to make money online. So the video should look classic, it should look luxurious. These are the things that people buy. You understand? Assuming now you are selling a fitness program and you are in the video, you are fat. Do you think anybody will take you serious? You want to sell us 6 packs with your pot belly? How come? If the program really work that way, if the fitness routine work that much, we should see the 6 packs on your body. So if the class you want to teach people used to work that way, they should first see it on you. And people judge you very fast. When they just come across the first aid, they don't judge you finish, they don't see you finish. See finish is very fast on the social media space. You have less than 3 seconds to make a very powerful first impression. So immediately they come across your video, immediately they come across your page, everything should be ready. You are here for business. You are not here to show people you are a newbie. Even if you are a newbie, we are not interested. Don't tell us you are a newbie. Nobody wants to buy from a newbie. If you go to a hospital now, you don't want newbie doctor to operate you. He just graduates. He never do surgery before. He still a learn. Make it can't do me. No, please. We want experts. So you don't come here looking as a newbie. You need to come here looking like an expert, whether you're an expert or not. I'm not saying you should lie, but then don't just tell us you're a newbie. Don't just show us you're a newbie. Well, there are some things you do, there are some things we see, we know that this one is a newbie. We know. You don't even need to tell us I'm a newbie. We know you're a newbie. Based on how you position, based on the things you do. So you should make a very powerful first impression, right? So that's the second thing you should do. Number 3, make use of compelling messaging in your ad creative. Now, what is an ad creative? An ad creative is simply a video or an image that you use to run ad. So what people come across when they scroll, they see your ad, the main thing that's going to communicate to them. It can be a photo, it can be a flyer, it can be a video, it can be carousel, a set of different pictures. If you are selling products, you want to show them different products you have. That's for physical products, right? So these are what we call ad creatives. You need to make use of compelling messaging. Now, what is compelling messaging? Compelling messaging is you are clear with what you have to offer. Clarity in your offering. So when we come across your ad, within the next, let's say your ad is 30 seconds. You don't want to do a very long, too long ad. People's attention span is very short, unless you know how to retain attention, which is great. If you cannot, then try to make it as short as possible. But even in that time frame, try as much as possible to communicate clearly what you have to offer. I come across a lot of ads, I don't even know what the ad is about. I watch it to the end, and I still cannot understand what the person is selling or what the person is offering. Like, what should we do next? We don't know. There is no clear call to action. You just do the video and you leave it like that, and you expect that people will know what to do. No. Even though people know what to do, they will not still do it until you tell them to do it. And you don't understand. People know what to do, but they will not do it until you tell them to do it. I came on this call, right? You are hearing me, oh, yes, but you are not going to tell me that you are hearing me until I ask you, are you hearing me? That's when you now answer. Also, yeah, drop a fire emoji to confirm that you are hearing me. You now drop a fire emoji because I told you what to do. So on your advert, you need to tell people what to do. Don't just assume that they will know what to do. No, you have a button, Lemo. Tell them to click that Lemo button. Be pointing down as you are saying it, so that they know that the Lemo button is down. Then just not look for it up. See, not everybody is so familiar with adverts. In fact, most of them feel they watch and feel seeing a normal video. They don't know that they're actually seeing an ad. So you need to direct them exactly what to do. One thing I love is even when I'm pointing down, I'll still attach an arrow that is still pointing down again towards that Lemo button side, so that they should know that this is where they are supposed to click. Right? Then I make it very clear in your video. We should be able to tell what your video is about. Okay, your video is about a business that we can learn. Okay, you're hosting a class. Let us know. Because a confused prospect will not buy. A confused stranger will not click. Let me say this again. A confused stranger will not click. I don't know you. You are not my friend. We have nothing in common. So I will not just click because I like your face. It is because okay, this is what you have to offer and I'm interested in what you have to offer. That is what will now make me click. So you need to be very clear. Whether it's a video you are using, a flyer, anything, just make sure that we know what you are selling or what you have to offer. So if it's a class, please let us know that it's a class. It's a video training, let us know it's a video training. It's a webinar, let us know it's a webinar. You are here on this call live, or you are watching this recording. That's because maybe from the thumbnail, let's assume you are watching the recording, from the thumbnail, you have seen the topic. You have understood that in this particular video you're about to watch, we are going to get the simple formula for running high converting ads. So you understand what you're about to get. That is what makes you to click and watch. If you're here on the call live, you saw the flyer, you saw the copy, you understood that, oh, if you come here, you will learn what you are supposed to do so that your ad will convert. And you are interested. That is why you came here to watch or to view, right? That's why you are here live on the call, or that's why you're watching this recording. Now, assuming we were not able to make that very clear in the flyer or the thumbnail, will you be here? Will you be watching this video? No, you will not. It not concern you. You don't care. It's not. You have a lot of things to do. So you're not just going to come here because we want you to come here. No, you're going to come here because you understand what we are doing here and you feel like this thing is good for you. You feel like you are interested in it. You want to know more about it. You want to get the knowledge that is about to be passed across. So that's the same thing you should do with your advert. Make it very clear. They should understand what they stand to gain, the benefits of attending your class or the benefit of clicking that link. Sell the link. See, I need to point this out. It's a mistake a lot of people do. A lot of people try to sell on the ad. No, that is not your work. Okay? Your work is not to sell on the ad, especially if you are running a lead generation ad. If you are running the direct sales ad, that's a different case scenario. But if you are running a lead generation ad where you want to generate leads to your WhatsApp DM, your WhatsApp group, and close them, your job is not to sell anything. You are not selling the course. You are not selling the product. You are not even selling the transformation on the video. What you are selling is the click. You are selling the click. You are selling the button you want them to click. That is all you are trying to sell. So your major focus should be on getting them to click that button. Anything you have to say, you should be tailored towards making them click that button. That's it. That's just your job. Your job is to sell them the benefit of clicking that button, not the benefit of starting the business. No, the benefit of clicking the button. What would they get when they click that button? That is your focus, and that's how you run high converting ads. Because when more people click on your ad, you are going to get lesser. You are going to get lesser cost per result, right? The more people engage on your ad, the lesser cost per result you are going to get. your cost per impression should reduce, your cost per lead will reduce, everything is going to reduce. So you'll be getting more leads for lesser amount. Okay, so you want to try to get them to click. Yeah, your work is to get them to click. So your message should be very clear. I am hosting a class that's going to show you how to do this, this, and that. Click the Lemo button to join the class. This class is only for 20 people. Click it, join. Okay, so clear and compelling messaging. And number 4, as the last, right before I take any questions that we have, there's a lot to talk about. What I'm just trying to compress everything, right? I'm just giving you the simple formula. That's why I don't want to stretch. Just the simple formula. I've talked about audience, having an idea of the audience. I've talked about making a strong first impression. I've talked about compelling messaging, and the last one is you need to apply urgency on your ad. It should be urgency or scarcity, any of the two. You can combine both. You can use one, but make sure that there's something that makes people to click now. If they don't click now, they will never click because most times they might not see the ad again, right? So if they feel like if they can always come back to it, then they have no reason to act now. Procrastination is a part of human beings. Let me put it that way. It is a part of humans. We are chronic procrastinators. There's a lot of things that we should do daily, but we don't do them because we feel like we can always do them later. The ones that we do now is because we feel like if we don't do it now, there's not going to be an opportunity to do it later, right? So you need to make people understand that if there is no possibility that, in fact, if they don't do it now, there's no possibility of them doing it again. Trust me, if this live session was structured in a way that if you are not here live on the call, there is no recording, there's no way you get access to it again. You will have more live persons on this call. I'm telling you the truth. Most people don't attend it because they feel like, well, it's on Digitem's page, they can always come back and watch the recording. So they'll come back and watch it later. That's just what they feel. That's why some of them will not come live on the call because they always have option. So when you give people an option to come back later, they will always come back later. Trust me. They will never do it now. So you need to make them understand that see the best option is for you to do it now. If you don't do it now, see the consequences are going to be deadly. Let's say something like that. But no, of course the consequences won't be deadly, but they will miss a lot if they don't do it now. So you want to give them a reason to act now, right? You have just you just want to train 50 persons and then 40 persons have already joined. The way I do this, when an ad creative that performed very well for me was that while telling people that this class is only for 100 people, but we already have 90 something persons, like we already have 92 persons on the group. There was an overlay screenshot of a group with 92 people. So they are already seen that 92 persons don't already join, and now only 100 persons this guy defined. So if I do not click on the link now, if I don't click this thing now and join, once it reach 100, it is gone. So they rush, and that ad was high converting. People were rushing into my clients' DMs. Right? They were rushing. Why? Because there was urgency. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, amazing. Network and it's wahala. Okay, so you need to give people a reason to act now. Okay, so you can do this by letting people know that you have a limited number of slots available for your class. Now that is scarcity. That's using scarcity. Now using urgency is you telling them that the class, let's say you say the class is going to be holding this night, and then let's say they are seeing this thing as at 4 p.m. They know that if they don't click now, they feel no still see them today again. So if they don't join the class this night, they can miss out. So this works hand in hand with your clear and compelling messaging. The problem with people is that they are doing scarcity and urgency without a compelling message. You have not told me the benefit of anything. I don't even know what you have to offer. But then you are telling me that you have only 2 slots left. What's my business? Let your 2 slots finish now. What concern me? So you need to make me first of all understand the benefit of these 2 slots before the 2 slots will even have impact on me. So when I understand what I stand to gain and what I stand to lose, if I don't, then you now you tell me that, this thing now. Let me give you an example. You are very hungry, right? You are very hungry. You want to eat. You need food, and then there are 10 of you. But then you've been told that this food that is available is very nice. You have perceived the aroma. You know that this food go sharp well. You get, but then the food is only available for 5 persons. You rush it because already you are hungry. You really need that food, and now it's only 5 plates that are left, and you people are 10. You want to rush so that you enter before others, and when you first satisfy yourself. Same thing. So that is because this is happening because you need the food. Now, assuming that you are already fueled, you don't really need the food that much. Even if they tell you that it is only 2 plates left and you people are 50, it no concern you. So that is why you do urgency and your urgency is not still urgent. You do scarcity and nothing is still scarce. You are trying to sell, but nobody is still buying because you are giving them urgency, you are giving them scarcity without giving them the benefit or without them seeing a need for it. So even if you tell them that only one is left, they still don't care because they don't need it. They are not interested. You need to first get them interested. People can be interested but still procrastinate. Yes. So when you have gotten them interested, now to stop them from procrastinating, that is when you now bring in the urgency and the scarcity. So you need one first. This one must be on ground. If this one is not on ground, this one is useless. Your urgency and your scarcity, you are just wasting your time. It's not going to work. You will do 5 slots, 5 slots, 5 slots. For the next 1 week, you still be having 5 slots. Nobody will pick even one. You need to first of all communicate the value. When you communicate the value, people are interested. You now let them know, but for only 5 people, they rush because they are already interested. But now they see that if I don't do fast, I will miss out. Okay, so that's it. So if you can do these 4 things effectively, consistently on your ad, right, you are going to get high converting ads. If you know exactly who you want to target with your the exact audience you are going for, then that will help you while you are setting up your targeting, right? We have where you put the age range of people you want to target. We have place where you put whether you want to target a male or a female. We have place where you can put the interest of the people you are targeting. So assuming you want to target stay-at-home moms now, what are the possible interests that stay-at-home moms are interested in? You can target stuff like parenting. You can target stuff like baby accessories. Right? If you are stay-at-home mom, of course, you are going to be interested in stuff like that. So now you're targeting them based on their interest. So Facebook or Instagram is going to now look for people that are interested in baby accessories, and those are the people they will show you ad. Who are these people interested in baby accessories? They are mothers. Yes, they are mostly mothers are going to be interested in baby accessories because they are the ones that have babies. Now, when you now have this audience now, you see, you now have a clear and compelling message, right? This is the exact people you are targeting. So your message is clear to them. You are addressing their pain points directly. And once you have addressed their pain points directly, now they are interested. And what now happens? You now hook them in with a quick action. Say, Alpha, this thing you must do it now. Because this is why you must do it now. You have only so amount of slots available, or this is the so amount of time that you can do this. After this time is no more. And then you now see that people rushing, trooping, and before you would get the number of leads you need for you to make the required number of sales you you want to get. And very quickly, as I round up, I need to point this out. Now, advertising is only half the work. Closing is half the work. So you can have a high converting ad, but the ad is not converting. You can have a high converting ad, but the ad is not converting. How and why? This is because this ad is doing very well. It has all the elements you need of a high converting ad. The CPL is nice. It is bringing in the right people, but it's not converting because you don't know how to close these people. So they come into your DM, they come into your funnel, and you cannot close them. It's not magic. You need to know how to close. If you are hosting classes, you need to be able to, have a solid class script that can convert people. If you have a webinar, your webinar should be able to convert people. If you have a video training, you should be able to convert people. So Facebook is not doing the work for you. Facebook will not convert the leads for you. Your advertiser will not convert the leads for you. Most times, clients want to wound their advertiser. They want to wound their ad expert. See, the ad expert's work is to give you leads. It is your work to close the lead. So if I give you the leads now and you don't know how to close, you don't know how to sell, you don't know how to show people testimonial, show people results, you don't know how to communicate to people to buy, they will not buy, and it will not look like the leads are low quality. Meanwhile, you are the one that don't know how to close. So please, in as much as you are looking at setting high converting ads, you yourself learn how to convert these people, learn how to sell, learn how to close, and you see a massive difference in your business. Thank you so much for having me, Digitstem. My name is Victor Bassi. Once again, I am available on all social media platforms. I'm available on Twitter. I'm available on Facebook, YouTube as Victor Bassi. Just if you are on any platform, I'm available. I'm also available on Telegram, my Telegram channel, Victor Bassi. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I think my link will be dropped on the description of this video. You can reach out to me, and thank you so much, Digitstem, for having me here. If there's any questions, I will be open to it.
All right. Thank you so much for that session. Thank you so much. I believe we learned a thing or two, everyone. All right, so guys, we have come to the question and answer segment of this show. Please, if you have any questions, can you drop them in the comment section, and we would answer. Okay, so we actually had a question from somebody even before we started. This person dropped his question around 5 p.m. That's like 3 hours before our session. So I think we can just answer it, even if I don't know if he's on the I don't know if he's on this live session. But however, I believe he will come back to watch it if he's not here. So I think can we maybe we should just attempt it if possible. So he's complaining about his CPM. He said he's struggling with high CPM with his ads. So what can he do to lower the CPM? And then he said he has tried different targeting, and this a setup that has worked for him before is no longer working. So what would you advise him to do?
Right, amazing, amazing. Okay, so the problem of high CPM. Okay, so for those that are watching or are live or watching the recording and they don't really know what CPM means, CPM is cost per impressions, right? So majorly cost per 1,000 impressions. That means how much is Facebook charging you to show your ad to 1,000 persons? Amazing. So they charge differently for this depending on the kind of ad you're running, depending on the objectives. When I started, I mentioned 6 objectives. Basically, you have traffic, engagement, lead sales, brand awareness, and ad sales. Now, the one that has the highest CPM is sales. Right? If you're running a direct sales ad, your CPM is always going to be high. Right? But then there's a stable range for that. You should be having around 3K to 5K per 1,000 impressions. If you have around that range, then that's normal. Okay. So if you are running a lead generation campaign, now you should be having between 1,000 naira to 2,500 naira per 1,000 impressions. If you have within that range, it's still okay. If you have above that, it's too expensive. That means your audience is too expensive or your ad is not engaging. When people are not engaging on your ad, your impression shoots up, and your cost per impression shoots up. Or if your audience is too narrow, or if your audience is too premium, maybe there are too many people targeting that same audience, you see your cost per impression increases, right? Scarcity and value are linked. So for you to be able to reduce your cost per impression, you need to focus on two things, right? Focus on two things. First of all, make sure that it's not within this range that I'm talking about. So if you're running lead gen campaign and it's between 1,000 to 2,500, then it's average. You don't need to worry about it. You're on point, right? It's not too expensive. But if you're having maybe 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 for a lead gen campaign, then of course it's too expensive. It's either one of two things. It's either your ad is not engaging, so people are scrolling past your ad, they're not even stopping to watch it, they're not liking, they're not commenting, they're not clicking, they're just scrolling past it, makes it expensive. Or the audience you are targeting is too popular. Let me put it that way. There are too many people targeting that same audience. So it's just like what they do now is Facebook is a bidding platform, right? You are bidding. Is the one that has the most money that they will go for. Is bidding. So just like in traditional bidding, this person will say, I'll pay $5,000 for this. Another person will come out and say, I'll pay $6,000. Another person will come and say, I'll pay 7,000. Another person will say, I'll pay 10,000. Another person will say 20,000. They are bidding. So it's the person that the highest bidder is the one that will carry the thing they are bidding for at the end of the day. So when all of you are targeting the same audience, all of you now are bidding for that same audience. So now Facebook is going to increase the cost per impressions. So now who get the capacity to hang on is the person that's going to win it. And then of course the person whose budget is higher, that's the person they are going to prioritize. Yes. So if you that is using 5K for your budget is targeting the same audience with somebody that's spending 1 million per day for that same audience, sorry, your impressions will be very high. Because Facebook will prioritize, giving that audience to this person because he's spending more. It's business. Even if you, that's the same thing you do. Right? This is business. So it's either one of those two things that is happening. So you need to first of all identify which of them is the problem. Right? So for you to know which of them is the problem, you check your metrics, your ads metrics, the data. That's how you know which of them is the problem. Now, if you are having lots of clicks, you check your ad, the clicks are okay, your click-through rate is okay, right? Your click-through rate is okay, you are getting clicks, you're getting likes, you are getting comments on the ad, meaning people are engaging on it. Your views, you are seeing the views, people are viewing it to the end. You know that your problem is not that the ad is not engaging, the ad is engaging. That means the problem is the audience you are trying to target. The audience is too many people are targeting the audience. And I see this all the time with affiliates. Every affiliate is targeting entrepreneurship, business and finance, passive income. With their 5 major targeting interests, interest targeting that affiliates are always targeting. So there are so many of you trying to target that same thing. When I discovered that, I bought a couple of advertising courses. And when these people are giving example of interest you should target, it's always the same thing. I now started to think, wait, the same way I bought this course, a lot of affiliates also bought it. And all of them too are also learning to target the same interest. And then from what I know about Facebook ad, if too many of us are targeting it, it becomes a competition. So I said, no. You see all those popular ones people are targeting, me, I'll never target it. And ever since then, I don't target what you target. I target in a different way, right? There are different ways to target. I target people I don't target people based on business, entrepreneurship, passive income, and finance. No. I target people based on their demographics. What I know, there's a demographics that I'm looking at, then there's something that is peculiar to that demographics. I gave an example earlier when I was speaking. I want to target stay-at-home moms. Now I'm targeting baby accessories because I know that stay-at-home moms are interested in baby accessories. Do you understand? I want to target young ladies. Then I'm now targeting skincare because I know that young ladies are interested in skincare. So it's not until I want to target entrepreneurship or business and finance or passive income or telecommuting, or finance or money or personal investing, or investment. All these things are popular things that people always target. So you must not target that. So if you see that you are getting clicks, but your CPM is still high, then the problem is you are targeting an audience that everybody is targeting. So now you need to start looking at innovative ways to target. I just gave you an example of the way I target, right? Just focus on an audience, then try to ask yourself, what is peculiar with this audience? What would this audience be interested in that most other audiences are not interested in? You don't need to stretch your head actually. Make use of AI. Use ChatGPT. Tell them, okay, this is the audience I want to target. Now, what are the things that are peculiar to this audience? Right? I want to target, let's say, 9 to 5 workers now. What are the things that are peculiar to them? I can now start targeting things like job opportunities. But trust me, every 9 to 5 worker is always looking for bigger job opportunities because they are not satisfied with the current one they have. That is why they will buy your course. If they are satisfied with what they have, they will not buy your course. So you want those ones that are not satisfied, that are looking for more job opportunities, so that you can sell your opportunities to them. You get the idea? So depending on the kind of audience you want to target, there are different ways you can target them that other affiliates are not thinking that way, that other ad experts are not thinking that way. So you can now make use of this to target them, and you see that your CPM is going to reduce because there are lesser people targeting this kind of person. This is what I do, and my CPM is always around 1,000. Very rarely before I even hit 2,000 for the cost per 1,000 impressions. And of course, once your cost per 1,000 impression is lower, your CPM will be lower, your cost per result will be lower. Okay. Then if it's the other way around, if your CPM is not that, if the audience is not the problem, right? You're not targeting a popular audience that everyone is targeting, then the problem is the engagement, right? You see that, oh, people are not engaging on the ad, people are not clicking, people are not liking, people are not even viewing it. Then you know that, okay, you need to change your creative. You need to find a creative that speaks more to people. You need to find an attention grabbing creative, a scroll stopping creative. Because believe me or not, people are not on Facebook or on Instagram to view your ads. No, they are there to entertain themselves or to educate themselves on. Most times it's never education. They not come to educate themselves. They came to entertain themselves. If they want to educate themselves, they'll come to YouTube. YouTube is the place for education. There's Coursera, there's Udemy. There are places that are for education. So if you see them on social media, they just want to pass time, want to maybe message their friends, connect with their friends, view posts. They come to do plenty things, but one thing they did not come to do is to watch your ad. So you need to find a way to force them to watch the ad. How do you do this? Is by making use of attention grabbing videos or attention grabbing pictures. So immediately they come across it, you should be able to grab their attention instantly, and then you can now retain it. When you grab their attention, they can now view, they can now engage, they can now like, they can now comment. And one of the fastest way to grab our attention is to make use of hooks, right? Make use of hooks. Hooks are like things that make people want to know more. It creates a loop in your head. So if I tell you now, I'm going to be sharing with you today the secret way to make $1 million in the next 30 days. That is a hook. Now, if you are interested, it has opened a loop in your head. The secret way to make $1 million in the next 30 days. Secret way. You want to know that secret way, so you stay to the end, even if the video is long, because you just want to know that secret way to make $1 million in the next 30 days. You stay. That's a hook. I just hook you in. Same thing with your ad. You need to find a way to hook people in instantly. That's what is going to make them now stay and watch the ad. And when they now watch the ad, of course, now they'll get All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Please go ahead.
Okay, amazing. So, like I was saying, I think for the network interrupted, you need a hook to draw people in. When they are, captivated, they want to know more. They can now. Most times it's the hook that makes them click, right? Like for example, the example I gave earlier, I'm going to show you how to make $1 million in the next 30 days. Now you don't need to make it so big like that, but that's a hook. So imagine I told you that I'm going to be holding a class where I'm going to be teaching you that click the lemon button to join. You click because you want to know what is that secret way to make $1 million in 30 days. Now I'm not saying don't go and do it on Facebook ad, they'll reject your ad, right? If you make big claims on Facebook, they'll reject your ad. But what I'm just trying to pass across to you is you need to make use of hooks that will make people curious. You need to create curiosity in people's mind. It's the curiosity they want to come and know, right? So those are the two ways you can actually address this problem. I don't know if I've answered your question.
All right, thank you. Are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. So yes, we have other questions. So somebody else is asking, when targeting your audience, must you include all the interest, behavior, and demographics, like make money online niche and engage shoppers, and which one is the best? Well, I think you talked about this when you were explaining the first one, but maybe you should just help this person by pointing it out, please. Thank you, because it's like you made mention of this.
Yeah. Okay. Now you are not supposed to. I don't even like targeting too many interests. Back then, let's say 2022, 2021, 2023, most recently, targeting a lot of interest used to work, right? I'll see someone wants to run ad and will put like 20 interest. It used to work back then, but right now, you know, more of zero targeting, more of broad targeting is what I do. Right? So you don't need to worry your head too much about too many interests to target. Most times I target just one interest, and then I focus more on behavioral targeting. I do not talk much about this. There's just a whole lot to talk about, right? Now, when targeting on ads, there are three major ways to target. You target people by their interest, by their behavior, and by the demographics. Now, demographics is what I talked about: the age, the gender, and then the location. Yeah, the location also. And then for the interest, that's where you now have, what people are interested in as maybe the baby accessories I talked about, the skincare, entrepreneurship, all that, that's interest. Then we have behavioral targeting. Now you're targeting people based on their online behaviors. That's where engaged shoppers come in. What are engaged shoppers or who are engaged shoppers? Engaged shoppers are people that have bought something online before. So as long as they have paid for something with their card online or something, or they have ordered something online, Facebook categorized them as engaged shoppers. That means they used to shop online. So I love targeting people based on their behaviors. I target engaged shoppers. I target people based on the kind of device they're using. We are looking at people who can afford what I'm selling. So most times I love to target people that are making use of Samsung because I know that Samsung is not full for small children. Before you hold Samsung, that means you hold am stand anyhow. You understand? I can target iPhone too, because actually, so iPhone needs maintenance. Data is not here. You understand? So for you to be able to subscribe that data on a consistent basis, that means you should be able to have small light change. I love targeting behaviors, right? But you can still target one or two interests, but don't bother yourself too much about interest targeting. These days, in fact, you can do zero targeting. That is, you don't target anything. You just allow the algorithm to do the work for you. You will just look at your creative. What is your video about? Then it will match it with the people that are most likely to be interested in what that video is about. And then you have your ad. So I would say, as a word of advice, don't stress too much about which interest to target. Hope that answers your question.
All right, thank you for that. Somebody is asking, yeah, earlier you made mention of learning how to close leads. This person is asking how to learn how to, I mean, is asking about learning close how to close leads. Let me just pause because this English is kind of like gets me. Well, how can you learn how
Okay.
to close leads? Maybe you can recommend some YouTube videos that you know, or books or something of
Okay.
that sort, or any tips for it.
Okay. So I saw the question, how will I get the closing of leads to learn? Okay, amazing. So basically, closing leads is you just learning sales, right? Just learning sales, and you can learn sales in a variety of ways. There are different ways you can learn sales. You can learn sales by listening to audio programs around sales. I make use of podcasts like Spotify. I'm giving you the free options now. You can make use of Spotify. You just go on there. Sometimes you can just ask ChatGPT to recommend you podcast on sales. One person I listen to a lot of the time is Alex Omozi, right? The game show. There's a lot of info he talks about. I learn a lot about sales from him. I learn a lot from Brian Tracy, his audio programs around sales and the rest. That's one. Another way you can learn about sales, you can read books around sales, right? There's a book I learned that transformed my mindset about selling, Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. There is Jab Jab Right Hook. I've forgotten the name of the exact person that wrote it. There are a lot of sales and marketing ebooks, right, that you can read and you would understand how selling works because basically selling is psychology, right? Selling is in the mind. You are trying to influence people's mind to make a certain decision because when they choose to buy, they are just making a decision. So how you can influence them positively, not manipulating them, no, but by helping them to take that decision, that's selling. So you can learn that from audio programs, you can learn that from books, you can watch YouTube videos. There are people that their channel is just dedicated to teaching you how to sell. We have people like Dan Locke, we have people like Brian Tracy, Alex Mozi, um, Grant Cardone, uh, we have people like Gary Vaynerchuk. There's a whole lot of them. You can just go online and search for top salesmen in the world, and you see a whole lot of them. And most of them have YouTube channels where they are putting out content for free, and you can learn a whole lot from that. Now, those are the free options. You can also go for sales courses, right? There are courses on sales. They should be. I think when I started out, there was a course like that I bought. It was the course was named Lead Conversion Accelerator. So basically, it showed me how to ask the right questions when I have leads, while I have prospects, how to have the right conversation and get them to buy just by asking the right questions, right? But the problem I have with the course is it's limited because you can only implement that on a particular number of leads. By the time you have like 100 people coming in daily, you are trying to hold conversation with 100 people, asking them questions back to back. I tried it, I burned out. I tried it, omo, you just can't do it. You turn yourself into a human robot. So, but then there are lots of courses out there that will teach you how to sell. If you don't have money, I've given you a lot of free options already. So with that, you should be able to learn how to sell. Have this at the back of your mind. Learning how to sell is not a one day thing. It's not a one video thing. You will not watch one video and say, hey, now I know how to sell. Or you not read one book and say, now I know how to sell. It's continuous improvement. Me, I'm constantly updating my knowledge. Right? Every single day I still learn. So you make it a habit to constantly learn how to sell and you constantly improve on selling. Hope that answers your question.
All right, thank you. Yes, I believe you have answered their questions so far. Thank you so much. That's all the question that we got. I want to say a big thank you to you for coming to share all of this because I mean, I know how much it costs to if somebody is going to put all of this that you said in a course and sell. Of course, it's not going to be cheap. Definitely, it's not going to be cheap because you delivered value much more from experience, much better, which is much better talking from experience instead of just theory. A lot of people teach on theory. Don't know that it is the experience part that is really, really the most important because that way it is tried and tested. He has tried it, he has tested it. So yes, that's why, guys, that's why you should pay attention to everything that he has said. If you missed a part, you didn't hear it clearly, go back and watch this video. It's available to you for free immediately after this session. Watch it over and over. Okay, write down, jot down, and all of that. Okay, yes. Okay. Izzy is asking a question. Please, this is the last question we'll be taking before we call it a good night. So he's saying that when creating a landing page, must you include the thank you page?
Okay. I think that's more of sales panel design than Facebook advertising. Unfortunately for you, I'm also a sales panel designer, so at least I have knowledge of that. Now, you don't necessarily need a thank you page when you are doing a landing page. You need to understand that most pages are for functionality. You don't just design pages for fancy, because you heard the name thank you page sounds fancy. You want to include thank you page. A thank you page is literally where you tell people thank you. That's just it. So after you have given them access to something, you're telling them thank you. Assuming they bought your course, right? Now you want to direct them on how to access the course and everything. You're telling them congratulations, thank you for buying this course. Now check your email, the course has been sent to you, or do this or do that for you to get access to the course. That's your thank you page. Or let's say you are giving out a free lead magnet. Maybe they are imputing their email to get the free lead magnet. When they now impute their email and click on it, you now tell them, okay, thank you for or congratulations for accessing this, whatever you are giving to them. Now check your email, you are going to see that lead magnet. That's what the thank you page is for, right? So if you do not have either of these two things, or you don't have something that people have gotten access to and you are telling them thank you for it, then you don't need a thank you page. It's just as simple as that. That is ABC. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, so guys, this is the end of tonight's session. Once again, like I said earlier, if you miss anything or you just want to go over all that was said in tonight's session, feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to. Okay, watch it over and over again. All right, thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I mean, we have this session every Saturday by 8 p.m. We are here teaching you how to make money from the comfort of your home. It's very important that you're making money from the comfort of your home. You can't afford to be going out every time. Going out, now going out is expensive. You step outside like this, one leg outside, 10,000 is gone. So please, you have to learn how to make money from the comfort of your home without stress. Without stress, and you can even make a lot more than somebody that goes out every day a lot of times. So yes, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at Digitstem. Follow us on Instagram, excuse me, at Digitstem underscore. Follow us on Facebook at Digitstem as well. Okay, do well to follow us. And once again, don't forget to subscribe. And yes, you can reach out to Victor Bassi via the link in the description section. In the description section of this video, his WhatsApp link is there. So if you have any questions, further inquiries, you want to talk to him, feel free to click the link there. It is there, it is written there. You can reach out to our guests, or rather to the guest speaker, by clicking on this link. So the link is there. Click on it, connect with him, ask him questions. Okay? Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. And have a good night rest. See you next week Saturday. Bye.